Andy Dufresne, a respected banker, arrives at Shawshank State Penitentiary, convicted of a crime he vehemently denies committing. As he steps out of the police vehicle, the imposing structure of Shawshank looms before him, casting a shadow over his hopes and aspirations. Inside the prison, Andy is greeted by the clang of metal doors and the stern gazes of the guards. He navigates through the maze of corridors, feeling the weight of judgment from both the system and his fellow inmates. In his cell, Andy confronts the stark reality of his situation, a small, desolate space that will serve as his home for the foreseeable future. As he sits on the edge of his bed, the sounds of the prison echo around him, amplifying his sense of isolation. Amidst the chaos, Andy encounters Red, an enigmatic inmate with a reputation for resourcefulness. Red extends a hand of camaraderie, offering Andy a glimpse of companionship amidst the harshness of prison life. As night falls over Shawshank, Andy wrestles with the enormity of his circumstances, clinging to the flicker of hope that remains within him. The arrival at Shawshank marks the beginning of Andy's journey, a journey that will test his resilience, challenge his convictions, and ultimately redefine his notion of freedom. Inside the confines of Shawshank State Penitentiary, Andy Dufresne begins to acclimate to the harsh realities of prison life. Despite the oppressive environment, Andy maintains a stoic demeanor, determined to persevere in the face of adversity. He quickly becomes acquainted with the daily routines of the prison, from the regimented meal times to the solitary hours spent within the confines of his cell. Through it all, Andy finds solace in routine, clinging to the semblance of normalcy amidst the chaos. As Andy navigates the intricacies of prison dynamics, he forms unexpected connections with fellow inmates. His friendship with Red deepens as the two men share stories, offer support, and find moments of camaraderie amidst the bleakness of their surroundings. Despite the challenges posed by the prison hierarchy and the ever-present threat of violence, Andy remains steadfast in his resolve. He finds purpose in his work, whether it be assisting the prison staff with financial matters or tending to the books in the prison library. As Andy settles into his life within Shawshank, he begins to find ways to maintain his sense of dignity and hope amidst the bleakness of prison existence. One of Andy's first acts of defiance is to improve the prison's library, which is sorely lacking in resources. Using his skills as a banker, Andy secures donations of books and funds from outside sources, gradually transforming the library into a sanctuary of knowledge and escape for the inmates. Andy's efforts to improve the prison extend beyond the library. He uses his financial expertise to assist the prison staff with tax matters, earning him favor and respect among the guards. Despite facing skepticism and hostility from some of the inmates, Andy remains undeterred in his mission to make a positive impact within the walls of Shawshank. Andy's initiatives within Shawshank, particularly his work on the library, begin to draw the attention and admiration of his fellow inmates. Among them is Red, a seasoned inmate known for his wisdom and resourcefulness. As Andy and Red's paths cross more frequently, a bond of friendship begins to form between them. Despite their differences in background and temperament, they find common ground in their shared experiences of confinement and the search for meaning within Shawshank's walls. Through their conversations and interactions, Andy and Red discover that they have more in common than they initially realized. They share stories from their pasts, offer each other support and encouragement, and find solace in each other's company amidst the harsh realities of prison life. As their friendship deepens, Andy confides in Red about his hopes and dreams for the future, including his desire to one day regain his freedom. Red, in turn, becomes Andy's confidant and ally, offering him guidance and support as he navigates the challenges of life within Shawshank. As Andy's time at Shawshank continues, he quietly begins to formulate a daring plan for escape. Drawing on his intelligence and resourcefulness, Andy meticulously crafts the details of his scheme, keeping his intentions hidden from the guards and fellow inmates. With patience and precision, Andy begins to gather the necessary materials for his escape, using his connections within the prison to acquire tools and supplies. He also carefully observes the routines of the guards and identifies vulnerabilities in the prison's security measures. As Andy works tirelessly on his escape plan, he confides in Red, his closest confidant and ally. Together, they discuss the logistics and risks involved in executing the plan, weighing the potential consequences against the allure of freedom. Despite the inherent dangers and uncertainties, Andy remains resolute in his determination to break free from Shawshank's confines. With each passing day, his resolve only grows stronger, fueling his determination to reclaim his life and seek justice for the injustices he has endured. The night of Andy's escape arrives, shrouded in secrecy and anticipation. With nerves of steel, Andy executes his meticulously crafted plan, navigating the labyrinthine tunnels beneath Shawshank with stealth and precision. As he inches closer to freedom, Andy encounters obstacles and challenges that threaten to derail his escape. But with unwavering determination, he perseveres, drawing on his intelligence and resourcefulness to overcome each hurdle in his path. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, Andy emerges from the tunnel into the cool night air, his heart pounding with exhilaration and fear. With one last glance back at the prison that has held him captive for so long, Andy takes his first steps towards freedom, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and defiance. Meanwhile, back at Shawshank, the discovery of Andy's escape sends shockwaves through the prison community. Guards scramble to piece together the events leading up to his disappearance, while inmates whisper rumors and speculation about his fate. As dawn breaks over Shawshank, the truth of Andy's escape becomes clear. Despite the best efforts of the authorities, Andy has eluded capture and vanished into the night, leaving behind a trail of mystery and intrigue in his wake. Andy's daring bid for freedom culminates in triumph, as he breaks free from the shackles of Shawshank and embraces the promise of a new beginning. But as the dust settles and the reality of his escape sinks in, the true extent of Andy's journey is only just beginning. With Andy's escape sending shockwaves through Shawshank, the prison is thrown into chaos as authorities scramble to uncover the truth behind his disappearance. Guards conduct frantic searches, while investigators comb through evidence in a desperate attempt to track down the fugitive. Meanwhile, Red grapples with conflicting emotions as he comes to terms with Andy's escape. While part of him is filled with admiration for Andy's audacity and determination, another part is weighed down by the uncertainty of what the future holds. As days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the truth of Andy's escape remains shrouded in mystery. Rumors and speculation run rampant among the inmates, with some believing Andy to be dead while others cling to the hope that he has found freedom. In the midst of the chaos, Red receives a letter from Andy, revealing the truth behind his escape and his plans for the future. Touched by Andy's words and filled with a renewed sense of hope, Red embarks on a journey of his own, determined to follow in his friend's footsteps and seek redemption for himself. Red, inspired by Andy's letter and fueled by a newfound sense of purpose, begins his own journey of redemption. He reflects on his past mistakes and the choices that led him to Shawshank, grappling with feelings of regret and longing for a fresh start. Determined to honor Andy's memory and live up to his friend's belief in the possibility of redemption, Red sets out to make amends for his past misdeeds. He reaches out to those he has wronged, seeking forgiveness and reconciliation wherever possible. As Red navigates the challenges of life outside Shawshank, he draws strength from the lessons he learned from Andy during their time together in prison. He embraces the opportunities for growth and change, embracing the chance to build a new life for himself free from the shadows of his past. Along the way, Red encounters moments of doubt and uncertainty, but he remains steadfast in his resolve to find redemption. With each step forward, he comes closer to realizing the true meaning of freedom and the power of forgiveness to heal the wounds of the past. Red, now committed to finding his own path to redemption, embarks on a journey to fulfill Andy's final wish, to seek refuge and peace in the coastal town of Zihuatanejo, Mexico. Guided by the memories of his friendship with Andy and the lessons learned from their time together in Shawshank, Red sets out on a quest to find the place where hope and redemption await. As he travels through landscapes both familiar and foreign, Red reflects on the transformative power of friendship and the enduring legacy of hope that Andy left behind. Along the way, he encounters challenges and obstacles that test his resolve, but he presses onward with unwavering determination. With each mile traveled, Red draws closer to his destination, fueled by the promise of a new beginning and the chance to find peace at last. As he nears the shores of Zihuatanejo, he feels a sense of anticipation and hope rising within him, knowing that the journey ahead will lead him to the place where he truly belongs. Red's journey finally leads him to the tranquil shores of Zihuatanejo, where he is reunited with Andy, who has built a life for himself in the idyllic coastal town. As they embrace, the weight of years spent apart melts away, replaced by a profound sense of joy and gratitude. Together, they reflect on their shared journey and the trials they endured, finding solace in the enduring strength of their friendship. As they gaze out at the vast expanse of the ocean, Red and Andy contemplate the meaning of freedom and redemption. They realize that true freedom lies not in physical escape, but in the ability to find peace and contentment within oneself. In the quiet moments that follow, Red and Andy find closure and acceptance, knowing that they have finally found the peace they have been searching for. As the sun sets on the horizon, they embrace the promise of a new beginning, grateful for the journey that brought them to this moment of reunion and reflection.